You can find Adam Hewison as a regular contributor on Bloomberg, Business News Network, CNBC, and Fox Business News.
Hello investors, traders, and Market Club members everywhere. Adam Hewison here, co-founder of Market Club, with your Market Club update for Wednesday, the 20th of November. We'll be looking at Apple, Amazon, Netflix, and a host of other stocks today just to go through them and see what's really happening in the market. So let's start with Apple. Well, the first thing we see with Apple stock is our score is 55. Plus 55 indicates it's a trading range right now for Apple. The other thing we can see is that we are down in the RSI indicator all the way down here, which is the 50. This is the support area right here on the RSI. The 50 is the support area. We're down here already, so we think Apple is actually just building a base to move high. Now the big level here is 30. It's 530. If we go over 530, then we'll be well on our way to hitting the levels we think this stock could hit, and that's probably around the 580 to 600 level potentially. So trend is your friend. The trend is up. Both categories, we expect this stock to move higher. So moving on, the next stock we're looking at is Amazon. And of course, Amazon is really, I think, a juggernaut in the e-commerce space. It's going to continue to well, in our opinion. And all of our trade triangles, if you look at them, are all positive, starting with the monthly, which is the most important one, of course, is positive, the weekly, and even the daily is positive. So this looks to us like you've had this sort of break over this area here, and now it's acting. This was resistance at one time, and now it looks like it's support. So again, if we get this market, I would say closing over the 370 level, then we're going to be off to the races and up to our $400 target zone for Amazon by the end of the year. It's lazy move. That's how I'm going to describe the Amazon move. It's like just sludgingly going higher. So we're looking at Netflix. Pretty much the same picture there with Netflix. Is we're down in terms of the RSI. We're down in that support area. You can see it sort of lasted all the way from sort of here all the way through to here. So it's kind of in that zone. It's gradually going higher. So you can see the market's trying to go higher. We had this big blip here. Of course, that was the blip from earnings and also the big profit taking that was taking place by Carl Icahn. His son stayed with the stock, and it looks like he's right for now. It's trending up on both the weekly and the monthly, are the two important ones. The daily's not so important, but you can see it's an 85, so the trend is still positive. If we can get a close by Friday, it's only Wednesday today, over the 350 level, I think we're well on our way to be up to the $380, $400 level by Christmas. So let's see how that plays out. We're looking at Yahoo. Yahoo we haven't looked at for a while, but obviously we've got some really great prices in there. We picked Yahoo up at $16.37. It's currently trading at 35, so it's a huge win for us, and we expect the trend to continue. Our last buy signal, by the way, was 34.60, currently trading at 35.51. We think this market can do better, probably to the 40 area. That's our target zone for this stock. Exxon Mobil, you may remember we talked about the 95 level as being a key area, closing over there. Well, we did that, and certainly we've had some nice moves over that area since then. We've seen a little bit of backing and filling here over, just consolidating the recent gains. But again, you are in an overbought condition, which is not unusual, and we can stay in this condition for quite some time. So you can see we're sort of overbought right here, over 70, and I think we could stay in this position for quite some time. But nonetheless, we still think the trend is your friend, and we're looking for 130 on Exxon. So that's our target zone. $130 sometime in the future. Can't give you a time limit on that. Next stock is Facebook. Now, unlike the other stocks, you can see what's happening to Facebook. A couple of things that I think I want to bring to your attention today. One is you can see that we have a monthly longer-term trend that's up. We have a weekly which is heading down. And that's the conflict. It's a minus 60, meaning a trading range. But what's more important is the fact that we've broken below the 50 line here on the RSI, indicating there should be some acceleration on the downside. And you see when we rallied up here, the 50 line acted as resistance. And that's an important element to remember. This is, I think we can still see Facebook head lower. This potentially could be a very large top for Facebook, and certainly a close below these areas right here, which is right around the 46 area, could spell a real problem for this stock, taking it down to maybe the 38 level. So let's watch that. It seems like Facebook isn't so cool anymore with the teens. We're looking at Tesla. Tesla has had 3 highs, and the stock has dropped $80 from the highs that were seen in late September. So I think that's a big thing to look at. So here's the trend. You can see where we got out of our stock based on our trade triangles. That came in at $163.36, and we've never had a signal to get back in. There's the monthly that kicked in at 132. We're currently trading at 121, so there's no reason to jump in and try to pick this stock up because you think it is cheap. Not a good way to buy or trade stocks. We're getting into an oversold condition, but it's not there yet. We need more time to rebuild the confidence level in this market and this stock. So just stay away from Tesla for the time being. Our last stock is Pandora. We like Pandora Media, symbol is P. And you can see our monthly and weekly are both positive on this stock and look like they want to go higher along from 11.15, currently at 28.69, a great trade for us. So that's a positive there. Positive on the weekly also. It looks as though you had this sort of really resistance right here, and this should be turned into support, which it looks like it's currently doing. That's right around the 28 level, and I think that's where support will be. But generally speaking, we think this market can regroup like this and then start to move higher. This Pandora, in our mind, is the undisputed leader in streaming music. So that's what's going to happen. In terms of the RSI, we're sort of the midpoint. We're not really at support yet, but we're getting down to that level. And again, you can see how support was here and here and how it worked out. I think that's the important level. There's support level right here, and you can see where it was. So again, these support levels are pretty important. Let's see how this works out with Pandora. Hey, this is Adam Hewison. Have a great trading day, and thanks for using Market Club.